G'day folks, I'm just tearing down this old LG plasma. This one was given to me by Jay the Aussie, and he said he's got a few more, but this one here you can see somebody's already taken a golf club to it, so ain't no arky flashy panel tonight. It's just a strip down and throw the rest in the bin. I'm going to grab all the boards and things. I believe it probably wasn't working to begin with. Most of the screws were missing from the back cover, so that sort of gives me the idea that someone's been in there before. But yeah, it's a very heavy set. Even with everything's pressed aluminum and casting and that sort of stuff, it's still a heavy set. There's no steel casings in this apart from these little outer edges for the speaker boxes, which I'm guessing shield electromagnetic or just magnetic fields. The rest of this is alley. So yeah, big slab of irony alley after I take the power supplies and other things out. I don't know what had really failed. I mean, that cap looks like it's gotten fairly hot and the tops are a bit bulged, so they're probably not the healthiest. Yeah, who knows. With it, you can't even power it up and tell. It'll just go into short circuit mode or failure mode. The panel's in a million pieces, so there's not really much to be achieved by powering it up. Bits of the edge from the panel. So yeah, I'll get the boards out anyway. I can always pillage caps and other stuff off it if anything else. There's digital boards. Yeah, it's an LG. That's the model there. DT42 PY10X. Yeah. Back cover and everything's pressed alley as well. Not that alley's worth much at the moment, or has been for a while anyway. I generally don't bother harvesting it for scrap unless it's all as one solid piece like this. If I take the front plastic fascia off and just grab the panel assembly with most of the glass broken off it and all these rails and things still attached to it, it'd actually go as irony alley, which is the same as just basically lawnmower engine scrap. So it's not too bad. But I'm mainly after the boards. The rest of this, I guess, could either be target practice, which it pretty much already has been, or maybe even just throw it down the back of the shed and wait until I get the next shredder built. I mean, I've got plenty of space down there. I've already been starting to throw old LCD monitors and things down there for shredder food. Might as well start throwing some old plasma carcasses. This is another two LCDs and the rest of the Sonic plasma, which I still need to put a microwave transformer or something across, but without the buffer boards on it, it's going to be fairly tricky. So yeah, lots of TVs and definitely time to thin them out. And we'll see what else Jay has. He said he's got a Sony with a cracked panel, and I think a few more, I don't know. Anyway, let's strip this thing out and see what it looks like when it's completely naked. Assuming it doesn't fall apart on the floor and I end up with another mess of glass to clean up. Well, ain't much left of that one. Got all the boards out of it. I don't know what's good or what's not, but often you can swap them without any bad problems, but yeah, I don't know. Some of them, if you do swap a shorted board with a good one, then yeah, you can blow other stuff. That's half the problem with swapping plasma TV boards, that you don't know the condition of. So yeah. Always good to pillage MOSFETs and other stuff off. You can test individual parts, but when it comes to the whole board, I wouldn't always trust them just as a swap over. Yeah, but I'll pull the PDP off the frame and get rid of most of the glass, and then the rest of it can just go in irony alley. I'll throw it down the back for now, and then when prices and things sort themselves out, I'll cash it all in. Basically just start hoarding it now, particularly towards the end of the year. No one wants to buy it, and the local yards yeah, just don't want much to do with it, so I'm just going to start collecting bulky scrap, that sort of stuff, and when the price goes up, I'll haul it into the best buyer, I guess. I mean, yeah, alley's really probably one of the bottom level things. Clean cable scrap with no plugs or connectors on it's worth a bit, but the big dollars is air conditioning coils and clean copper tubing. Apart from that, I generally don't bother with it. So yeah, let's remove this thing and clean up some of the glass and lighten it up, and I'll throw it down the back and be done with it. I've already got a tub of plasma display glass ready for microwaving, and this will add to it quite nicely, at least the big bits, and the rest of it can go in the rubbish. Yeah, I'm by no means a plasma expert, but the X and Y sustain connect through the front glass, which has traces etched into it or micro coated onto it. I don't know exactly what the process is, but it's like a micro spraying process. And the Z sustain, I think that is, connects through to the backing panel itself, which has little CCFL basically modules of 3 different coloured pixels, red, green and blue. So small this camera won't pick them up, but each one of those little blocks is a little 3-colour cold cathode lamp, and yeah, these are responsible for firing them off, and this just creates a sustained discharge. It's quite an interesting device. It's just a massive array of cold cathode fluorescent lamps. There's no real plasma there as such, it's just a fancy name. And as you can see, this one's a bit worse for wear. But anyway, I'll save some of the big bits of glass for the microwave. They do behave rather interestingly, but I need a better microwave. The last one wasn't doing very well, so I didn't upload it, but you can microwave pieces of plasma panel. And it does work. You do get some nice little arcs and flashes and things, but nowhere near as good as a complete panel, unbroken, with a microwave transformer across it. You can see where the traces follow through, and it's all sealed, hermetically sealed. It's amazing what such technology can do compared with yesterday's cathode ray tubes, and now today's LED panels, not the LED backlit LCDs, but actual OLED panels. Really nice stuff. Expensive. Probably doesn't have the best longevity, but it'll do the job, and when the price comes down, it's worth the money for the 4 or 5, 6 years you get out of it. This panel was made in 2005, so given it might have only died recently, that's not too bad, but then they were fairly expensive back then. So if you shelled out $3,000 or $4,000 for one of these, you might not be so happy, but these days you can get a cheapo plasma for $400, 42-inch. Cheapo Samsung panel, whatever. $400 ain't that much money, but $2,000 to $3,000 is. I was looking at an advertisement for a 80-inch Sanyo, and that was $9,999, down from $11,000. That's a lot of money. I think it was Sanyo or something like that, maybe Sharp actually. Sharp has an 80-inch HD LCD for $10,000. I think I'd rather spend that 10 grand on another car.